Well, hey there. We're out here. We're out here kind of roughing it, I feel like. This has been one of I want to say the laziest weeks of my life, but that is so not even remotely accurate. I have gotten more done this week than I have in a long time. It has just been that I have been doing a lot of computer related things. I haven't been up working like I often am. So I feel like I've been lazy, but I haven't been. And I got to stop with that. I feel like if I am not out busting my booty and coming home exhausted, I am not doing enough. And that is kind of silly, I think. I think it's kind of ridiculous. You don't always have to come home fried and exhausted and feeling like you need to lay down the minute you walk in the door to be a productive human being. That's that extreme all or nothing mentality that I have got to get figured out because that is kind of my thing. I just I just feel like I got to be doing too much and I don't. It's not that serious. There is nothing going on that needs to be that serious. And I will tell you, I feel like I'm coming off the heels of like the longest year of a build. It's been a building year. I said that all year last year. Like I was just trying to put things together. I was trying to build bank accounts. I was trying to get my house put together. I was trying to build a YouTube channel, which is not going very well, by the way. But I was trying to build muscle. I was trying to like put so many things together and get so many things in place. And this year has already been a lot more laid back. Like there's just less to do. Last year, I feel like I would cross one thing off my to do list and I would add 10 more things. And this year, I feel like I'm kind of chilling. Like there's stuff to be done, of course, but there's not such a sense of urgency and pressure. And I don't feel like I'm like stressing myself out as much. And I also feel like I'm actually getting things done without feeling like, okay, well, in the doing of these three things, I added six to the list. I feel like it's actually been a decent year of just kind of like, okay, we're doing all right. Like, and again, granted, it's like what, the end of March, April, beginning of April. Yeah, it's been fine. Like there's not that much data from 2026 to really say that, but I'm like I can already feel that things are kind of slowing up a bit. I don't feel such a pressured like got to be doing this, got to be doing this, got to be doing this. And I also will tell you, I feel like it sounds so cliche. How many times do you hear people kind of nagging about you got to get your sleep right, you got to get your sleep right? But I have really been trying to get my sleep schedule under control. I actually started paying attention to the way I'm sleeping, like tracking my sleep my sleep score. My watch has been, telling me when I'm deep sleep and doing all this stuff. I started taking some ashwagandha to help me chill. I have been like shutting the screens down and not getting on my phone for like an hour before and after I wake up. And I've been, doing the turn the lights down low, red lights in the house, just winding down and starting my day with like some mobility stuff, touch your toes 10 times type things. And it really does make a difference. Like I noticed even in the first week that I really started paying attention to my deep sleep increased drastically. I was sleeping deeper, I was sleeping a bit longer, I was sleeping better. Like everything improved and it really is amazing. Like I almost got frustrated at myself for not doing this earlier just because as I said last year I was trying to build muscle and I don't think you can really build that much muscle. I mean, eventually, yes, your body's going to adapt and it's going to pack on some muscle, but I don't feel like I was optimizing that phase of my exercise and the way I was eating because I just wasn't getting sufficient sleep. I'm like, man, that could have gone a lot better. I wonder what I could have done if I was just sleeping better because I wasn't. So anyway, I don't even know why I'm talking about this. This is the thing. This is why I'm like, I don't know how it's going to go with me getting on here with like completely unplanned stuff because I'm like, I'll just start rambling about things and I can't even remember why I started talking about it in the first place. And I'm really not that interesting. I don't know what like narcissistic piece of me thinks that there are people on the internet who are going to want to hear about the ongoings of my day to day and my personal thoughts on things. But while we're talking about things that I'm doing, I got this like very nice parasite cleanse. I know that's so gross. But y'all, I was laying out my pills for the upcoming week. It's just a week long, and I'm planning to do this week. And then next month, I would really like to start a 4-month long full body parasite. I think my cousin and her boyfriend are doing it. I'm really excited to do it. I think it's going to be really, really good and healthy, and I need to do it. But I was laying out my pills for this one. I was taking like 12 pills in the morning. I've got like 12 pills throughout the day. I got like 12 pills in the evening. I got some little drippy drops to put in my water. You got to put 40 drops. Who is going to count out 40? I'm going to do squeeze, and just let it go. I'm telling you, I was like, oh my gosh, I just thought of that because I just looked over there. My whole countertop is covered in pills. I was trying to help myself out. I was like, it'll be a lot easier if I just lay all of these out for the week. The pill piles kept growing, and it's all natural herbal stuff. But I was like, oh my gosh, I did not realize that this was going to take up my entire countertops for the next couple days. But I'm so excited to actually start taking them and start getting through this like mini version of a bigger cleanse, like the prelude, because the parasite stuff has really freaked me out. I know my cousin and her boyfriend are into it. They're really good salesmen of the cleanse, clearly, because I'm gonna do it. And I just have been like so mortified, and I don't know how. They were like, when you're walking on the beach, parasites. When you think about animals, parasites. When you are just breathing in fresh air, parasites. Like every single thing I was like, there's no way that I'm going to become somebody that won't walk on the beach barefoot. How do you avoid these little bastards? I just don't know. But we're gonna handle that and eradicate that. I'm really on a mission to kind of, I don't want to say get healthy, because that makes it sound like I'm like, okay, on Monday we start. I have been on a mission to be a healthy person, or a healthier person, for about 6 solid years, a little over, like really on a mission. And that has included a lot of things. And I'm talking like mental health, I'm talking relational health, both platonic and romantic and familial. I'm talking like, the cleanliness of my home and the quality of the things I clean it with. I'm talking like, eat less food, or eat the right amount of food and make sure that the ingredients are decent as well. All these things. It's very all encompassing, this like on a mission to be healthy. However, in the last couple months, the, millionth piece to that particular very crooked, effed up puzzle that I have been trying to put together for 6 years, it has been supplements. And I love supplements. I love a good vitamin. I'm all about it. I have definitely been an advocate for many different supplements, and it's just grown exponentially over the last couple months because, I read about this, I'm trying this one, somebody recommends that I try this vitamin. I might take it, I might like it, I might not. I might stop, I might keep it in my repertoire. But all that to say, I've really, really been reading a lot of the ingredient lists on the back of the food that I'm getting. And I've really been trying to kind of get my right amount of supplements, powders, vitamins, etc. Because there are so many. And it's really hard to know what it is that your body needs exactly without doing, I suppose, blood tests and things of that nature, which I just did, by the way. I will say, though, I feel like I have done that awesome thing that I love to do, where I have definitely 100%, without a doubt, overcorrected. I literally the other day, I was taking my nighttime, and you have to be careful, because if you take too many things on an empty stomach in the morning, you'll feel horrible. And I had forgotten that. I used to take zinc, and I would throw up every time I took it, because I didn't really eat back then. I was taking it because my mom told me I needed to. And I would take it, I would hurl in my kitchen sink. And I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to throw up every single day. I'm not pregnant. This is horrible. Well, now I'm taking it. I forgot that it was so hard on the empty stomach I took it the first day on an empty stomach, and I had an appointment with like a lady who does that stretching type thing. I never know what the certification is called, but like you lay on a table and she stretches you very well and in ways that you can't really stretch yourself. It's phenomenal. Highly recommend. Find a spot, find a lady. I'm on her table and those pills start ripping a hole in my stomach. I literally laid there for an hour while she was stretching me and was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to throw up on this woman's table. When I went back for my appointment the next week, I told her, I was like, I'm sorry if I was like weird or not as friendly as I meant to be last week, because I literally the whole time felt like I was going to throw up. So anyways, zinc gets moved to the evening time. But I say all this to say, the other day I'm taking my evening time pills. I have so many of them because you got to take 512 fish oil, you got to take 63 magnesium, you got to take 57 whatever the hells. I literally felt like I was sick. I had already eaten. I took all of those pills at once, which I know better. I know I'm supposed to break them up and go brush my teeth and stuff and let those kind of settle before I take them all. I don't know what the hell got in my brain, as by the time I was done with my evening pills and powders, which I'm also doing some things right now, so I have a few extra pills in there, and I am on an antibiotic for my finger that I cut. I cut my little finger, my knuckle. So I am taking a few extra pills than usual, but I literally, I mean, it was painful. I had like horrible pain. I was like, trying to distract my brain while I just waited for all of that water and all of those pills to kind of settle. And I was like, okay, we might have to do some chilling the hell out on the evening pills or something, because I don't know where the healthy balance is there. You think, okay, I'm going to take this because it's good for you. Oh, I bet that's my father. Let me answer this. We're probably going to eat some dinner. What up, me? Bye. All right, we're going to have to make this short because Dad is headed home. I'm going to go eat dinner with him, which I will say, I mean, I complain a lot because I spend a great deal of time with my dad, and I should be, this is ridiculous, but when you're like, you kind of blow stuff off so that you can like hang out with your friends. My dorky ass blows stuff off so I can hang out with my dad. Oh, that's so silly. God. Anyway, we were talking about supplements. I don't know what thought I was on, and I think we should just move on because who really cares that much? But supplements that I think are essential, and this is not just me saying this, I've asked around. Definitely fish oil. Everything that I have researched is suggesting that olive oil is the best thing that you could put in your body ever. So I've been trying to do that too. Definitely magnesium. I love the magnesium. Everything's better with magnesium. What else do we got? I have really been into the turmeric that I'm taking. That's kind of a new one. I am going to stick with the ashwagandha, but all the research that I did and the people that I talked to have all said maybe take it for like 2-3 months and then take a month or so off, because I have heard a few people say that they become like kind of droned out on it. So we're going to have to be a bit sparing with that one. Be a little bit careful with the ashwagandha. But good God, I love it. That is my favorite evening pill right now. I love taking it, but definitely research everything. If you also have the resources, I definitely suggest take the blood tests and try to be a little bit tactical with it. When I'm getting in the habit of anything, I suppose it takes a minute. And so reminding myself to take vitamins, and I was just having this conversation with a friend of mine who is doing the same thing, but reminding myself to take vitamins, you would think it would be so easy. You just leave the pill bottle out. You walk past it. Put it somewhere convenient. You'll see it. For some reason, I would forget for like days and days, or I would just blow it off. Like I'd already be in bed and I'd be like, oh, I forgot to take the fish oil. I just always think when I'm implementing a new habit that any times doing something is better than 0 times doing something. Even if you work out once a week and then you don't go again for a month, that's still better than not doing it at all. So just do that and try to get as many as you can. Taking your fish oil one night a week is better than 0 fish oil at all. Anything positive that you're doing like that is better than not doing it at all, even if you are failing to be consistent for a little while. And then eventually I think it just becomes part of what you do if you just are kind of trying to get more and more goes, more more interaction, okay, well, now this week I took my fish oil 2 nights a week, and that's better than 0 nights a week. Like, I think that if you're like me, it's very easy to be a bit harsh with yourself with stuff like that. Like, gosh, why can I not remember to take the fish oil? Why can I not go to the gym? I just need to get my butt in the gym. I think I know it sounds so cheesy and so minute, but if you reframe a little bit to like, okay, like anything good I'm doing is still a win. I took the fish oil once this week. That's a win. Let's just try to do that again, where every single time you take it, you're just kind of stacking that win in your mind. Like, okay, I remembered. Woohoo. I think eventually you just kind of surrender to that being part of your life. It just becomes part of your routine. It is what it is. I can tend to fall off of every good thing that I do every time I go out of town. And so, if that's you, if you don't take it the entire time you're on a trip, just come back and stack more wins. Like, just get more momentum going in that positive direction, Same with like eating protein or not eating a bajillion calories. If you are over your calories 6 days a week, but you had one good day, that's still better than 0 days a week of being in a healthy range. Everything that you do is a win if it's positive, if it's benefiting your life, and if it's healthy. So just start looking at it like that. I don't know why we're so hard on ourselves. And when I say we, I am certainly not saying that like stop being hard on yourself like I am because I got it figured out. I'm literally saying that like why question mark are we so hard on ourselves? Question mark. It is really, really easy to just start eviscerating yourself for not being perfect all the time, even with little stuff. And I am so guilty of this. But like I could do 500 things right, and I will emotionally and mentally and internally annihilate myself for that one thing that I forgot, or the one thing I said that didn't land, or I'll start bringing stuff up from 10 years ago, like something I did that was so embarrassing. I'm like, why do I do that to myself? That's ridiculous. Like, absolutely silly. Stop doing that. Like, I have to remind myself pretty regularly, like, hey, guess what? Remember that you're a human doing human things on earth. You're also dealing with other humans who are constantly doing human things, and you tend to really forgive them pretty easy. So why is it so hard to let go of some of the human things that you're doing? Chill out, you cute human. Just chill. Like, I literally will say those words out loud to myself. Like, hey, why are you sitting here ruminating on that embarrassing thing that you did when you were in the 8th grade? You're a human that does human stuff. Stop being so mean to yourself. It is so easy to be mean to ourselves for no reason. So let's just make a pact that we will celebrate any good things that we do, and we will consider those wins, and we will start making conscious efforts to remind ourselves that we're humans that do silly human stuff. We're just silly little animals. We're just silly little human animals. I will tell you, the other day, this little gal, Mina, she was doing some dog stuff, and it was kind of irritating me. And she knew I was irritated. I literally was like, I don't get mad at you for doing stuff that dogs do. I get mad at you for being a bad girl and a rude girl sometimes. But I just was thinking about that. And I was like, we're animals. Like, we just do things that are just within our instinctual realities. Let's stop being so rude to ourselves when we're imperfect. Like, we're just humans doing human stuff. And other people are humans doing human stuff. And then tell me if you are one of those people that your capacity for forgiveness for other humans that do human things is insane. It's like, what is going on? Why? Like, I'm so okay with letting things go when it comes to other people, and then I'm literally still beating myself up for mistakes I made 15 years ago. I don't think so. I think we need to leave that in the past. That's ridiculous. So some people are the opposite, though. Some people are grudge holders towards other people and don't ever look at themselves. That is a whole different thing. It's a slightly different perspective. And I was actually listening to a podcast the other day. I wish I could remember exactly who it was. But it was talking about, men and women. And there are some people who, like, they really do need a significant other that will push them and kind of be firm with them because they have trouble doing that for themselves. And then there are people who are already so hard on themselves that the best thing for them is a more tender and loving and understanding type person. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, I have definitely been the type that, I mean, there are times where I need a little kick in the ass, and I'm pretty good about telling my friends like, no, don't let me get away with this. For the most part, I'm definitely one of those people that I'm gonna be harder on myself for the things that I have not done well. I don't necessarily need somebody else being super hard on me too. I mean, obviously, I can't just behave in a heinous way, and I would like for you to hold me accountable for my behavior. That being said, sometimes I need somebody that's going to tell me it's okay. And I've actually thought about that with my healthiest friendships. My healthiest friendship, my friend Lauren, she's very much that way. If I tell her, like, okay, push me, she will. But for the most part, she's very gentle with me, and it works very well. And I'm so grateful for her. She's one of those that, like, she's always kind of understanding. I've never felt like she's judging me in a way that is unfair. And I feel like she's kind of safe whenever I'm like already being very, very hard on myself. So again, I'm just curious, are you the type of person that needs the people around you to push you harder? Or are you the type that needs understanding and love because you're already pushing yourself as hard as you can? And sometimes it feels good to have a safe person that will just say, hey, I'm here. I got you. And I'm proud of you. I see you. You're doing good. Um, Definitely the latter. I'm definitely the latter. And I will directly tell people, like, don't let me slide on this. I'm about to need some motivation. Yes. Push me. Push me. But for the most part, I'm like, I'm already doing that. I'm already pushing myself in my head 24 hours a freaking day, 7 days a week. I don't need anybody else coming in and telling me how I'm screwing everything up. Believe me, I know. I got that. What I need is someone who's saying, hey, you're good. You're good. You're good. And I think a lot of people are like that. I think we would probably be shocked at how many men are that way. Because I think men are I don't think we see them as needing tender, loving affection and understanding as often as they do, because they don't get it. I mean, I've got multiple girlfriends, sisters, cousins, aunts that will listen to me groan and grumble, and they will encourage just on a whim. If they get the sense that I need it, my God, we all jump in there for each other. You got this. You're good. It's okay. Men do not have that. It's not the same for them. So if you have any guy friends, or your boyfriend, or your husband, or your brother, or your dad, whoever it is, the man in your life, or the men in your life, you might just tell them every now and then that they're doing a good job, because I'm sure they're trying their damnedest, their hardest, unless they are just a no good, lazy piece of shit. No other word for it. So, yeah. Tell me what it is that you prefer, and tell a very important man in your life that he's doing a good job, because I bet you he's already up his own ass for his shortcomings. And why don't you tell yourself you're doing a good job too? I'm sure you are, unless you're like really not trying. Go ahead and like take a deep breath in and out. You're probably doing the best that you know how to do, and that is pretty good. I mean, that's like all you can hope for. Try to do your best, and try to be improving your best, and be gentle and sweet with yourself. And I suppose that's all I've got for now. I've got sleepy dogs, and I'm going to go eat dinner with my dad. And I'm going to tell him that he's doing a really good job. He's been an exceptional dad, which, you know what? He doesn't need to hear it again. He's very uncomfortable with stuff like that, and I tell him that like 4 times a day. You're a good man. I say that to him all the time. You're a good dad. You're a good man. I love you. And I typically do say it in a fun voice, which changes often. But I do usually say stuff like, you're a good guy. I love you. My dad's awesome. Okay, I'm going to go eat some food with my dad. I'll see you guys very soon.